Hi, my name is Alexandra and welcome to my studio. So I do have a new design for you and I'm very excited about this because it's just fun to make, and for me it was fun to design. So this is a hat and you can see it says Leo, and it's because it's astrological sign Leo. And let me show you like what it was inspired by. So maybe maybe you've seen it in your stores, or maybe you haven't heard about that. But Malabrigo, one of our favorite yarns, come up with a beautiful Zodiac collection. And it's all, at least for now, is in worsted weight. It's Malabrigo Rios, and it comes in 12 gorgeous colors. So each color is, referred to, inspired by the sign. So each sign has a specific color. And it's kind of like what they did. They tried to attribute like a kind of tendency of certain zodiac signs in the color, translated in color, which I think is absolutely fun. So yes, this is Aries to me, or yes, this is Cancer. So it's all like completely logical, but they did it, and they did, I think, incredible job. So this yarn is available now. So you can find it online or maybe your local yarn shops. So what I suggest for you to do is, for example, for yourself or as a gift, shop for the sign for your friend or, again, member of a family. So for example, Leo. So this is the color of Leo. And what you need, contrasting color. And in this case, I was using also Malabrigo Rios in black, just because I like the contrast. Like it doesn't have to be black. It may be just a darker color. But, I went with Malabrigo Rios black. And then you work a hat. So you cannot see it here because it's in black, but you start with a smaller size needle and work a ribbing. Then you change to larger size needle and work chart A right here in stranded style of knitting, stranded knitting. Then you just knit with one color, main color of Leo, right up to here. And it tells you exactly how many rows, because this is very important. And then you switch to chart B, work it here. And then you do just with black contrasting yarn. You work the crown shape, like to shape the crown. That's it. So once it's done, block it. And one thing I do suggest is you can do whatever you want, but I suggest for you not to overstretch it. So I actually blocked it on the form, on the glass head form, and I blocked crown only. So this way it's like, it maintains this sort of like a structure, and it's not overstretched. So block it before we do this part. So it's, again, stranded knitting here, and just leave it blank, just like this. Okay, but it's important, again, that you block it before you start working on this actually sign. So in this case, it's Leo, and in my pattern, I have all 12 signs, but not in a sign as just a sign of a zodiac, but I actually wrote it in the word. And it's all lowercase and it's all italic. So it kind of looks more contemporary, I would think, and just kind of fun. So, and I love the font. This is just the perfect font for that. So what you do, you embroider the zodiac sign, and using duplicate stitch. That's what I started doing here. And here is my case for people who doesn't like duplicate stitch embroidery. Let me tell you a few little tricks. So, and maybe it will change your mind. So the reason I use duplicate stitch for this design is because it's just so much easier than, for example, in this case, You can do it in combination of standard knitting and intarsia, but it's just too much. So instead, look, it looks absolutely perfect, and it's very readable, and it's just like, it just looks exactly the way, you want it to look. Something written on your hat. So when you work duplicate stitch, so basically what you're doing, you mimic the original knit stitch here with the embroidery, but like you just mimic the knit stitch there. And the kind of trick is, just like in knitting, it has to be, the tension has to be right. And very important that you don't pull those stitches too tight. They have to be slightly larger than original stitch. They have to kind of sort of like a nest on top of it. And so that's it. You just have to kind of like watch for, kind of like, don't pull it too tight. It's right here. See? Right there. But it's, once you kind of master it, and it doesn't take a long time, it's really easy, and you can embellish so many things with that. The second trick to do, which I find crucial, is, and I wrote it in a pattern as well, but even if you have a perfect tension, perfect embroidery on top, when it's done, it looks kind of a little bit, it doesn't look like it blends completely beautifully with the background. So what I do, I put it flat on a table, I take a steamer and steam it generously on top of your head, like maybe 1 inch above, very generously, and then just press the embroidery part down. And what steaming does, it kind of relaxes the fibers, and they sort of kind of like behaving in a more relaxed and agreeable way. And what you do is they have a better coverage of the original fabric then. So, but what's important is like to leave it alone. Once you do it and you pressed it, just leave it alone until it's completely dry. And yours is going to look just like mine. So if you don't have a steamer, you can use a steam iron. Just be very careful and don't come closer. Then you don't have to press it. You just steam it over 1 inch above the surface, okay? So that's the key. So again, this is Leo. And for example, this is Pisces. And Pisces is a longer word. So it kind of like, goes around the hand right there. So, and here is the color of Pisces. This is how much is left after I made this hat. So you can easily make 2 hats out of it. And this is how much of a black yarn, contrasting yarn left. So let me tell you what you need for this pattern. So of course, find a sign, whatever sign you're making for your friend, for your family, for yourself, in your local shop or online. Then purchase the yarn and contrasting yarn, right? Then you need my pattern. So this pattern is 10 pages long. And it's simply because each sign is charted right here. So it's got all 12 signs, 12 words charted here. And then of course it's got more pictures. You need 2 types of needles. So you need 16 inches in around. And my favorite, when I use worsted weight or chunky, to use Chiago, this blue set, because everything I need is right in this little beautiful pouch. Love it. So what I got from this pouch is US 5 for the ribbing. And then you switch to US 7 for the rest of the hat. And then for the crown, you do have to switch at some point to double points. And I use Chiago as well. And this is size 7. So you need 1 little stitch marker. And I have a star, which is perfect for this design. And a good quality tapestry needle. So that's important as well. So pattern, needles, yarn, and pom-pom. So I actually think the pom-pom is really good, kind of like a, you know, like a beautiful, kind of like a final piece on top of it. And I also wanted to show you how it looks like on the form. So I have a form here. So you will have some idea. So it is slouchy. But it's really kind of relaxed and fun type of hat. And you can see the sign here, Leo. And you can adjust it, you can put it on the front, but basically that's what it is. Okay. So it makes a beautiful, in my opinion, really wonderful gift. And Christmas is coming, so it's there. The yarn is amazing. I mean, good for you, Malabrigo, coming up with this stuff, and we just love using it. And what else you need? And you need my pattern. So again, oh, by the way, I wanted to show you, to tell you, so the skill level, in the beginning, I was kind of like, I'm not sure to put intermediate or easy, because I don't think everybody would agree that, you know, it's easy hat, but we use stranded knitting. So I don't think, you know, like if I put easy, that would be really kind of right thing to do. So I put easy-ish because it's really not complicated at all, but I wouldn't make it like call it completely easy, but challenge yourself, you know, it's fun. So I hope you like my new design. It's called Zodiacana. And little secret, I wanted to call it Celestial 12, but the word celestial was taking, it was so many patterns on Ravelry with the word celestial. So it was like, you're never going to find my pattern. So there is a 0 with the word Zodiacana. And here it is. So that's why I named it. So make it, tag me so I can see your beautiful signs, your beautiful hats, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.